Welcome back to the My Muse. You're here with me, Essek and Io. This is a different video to the previous one that I just created. It's kind of like a follow-up, so that's why I'm also posting this week. I wanted to talk about age. A lot of people are so concerned that they're too old and they want to start their career in psychology. They want to go into clinical psychology, but they just feel like they're too old. With clinical psychology, you got to do at least a 3-year bachelor's. For some of us, 1 year master's, at least 1 year's worth of work experience, which for the average person is actually 2 to 4 years, and then the 3-year course itself. A lot of people are like, well, I actually am just thinking about doing this and I'm 27. So how old am I going to be when I qualify? And people get so stressed about it. Well, when I was at the event the other day that I learned about what training clinical psychologists do, they talked a lot about age and getting onto course. Someone from my course was talking to them and she's also an undergrad psychology student. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm in my mid-20s now and I'm kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to do this in time. And she was so stressed about it. I think this is a word of comfort that those of you guys who are also worried about your age need to hear. So they were talking about the fact that as soon as you get onto the course, remember, you're not really just going back into studies, back into university. You are doing 2 days of placement a week. The other days are dedicated probably to your academia and just general studies. Now, while you're on your placement, guys, you are getting paid. You are getting paid money. And right now, the starting salary for a trainee is 30k, £30,000 a year. Which, okay, maybe for somebody in their mid-30s is not as much as they would hope for. The job they had before paid more. But if you think about it in context of the fact that it's very different to getting a PhD where you're not getting paid anything while you do the course. It's more comforting to hear. It's a lot easier for you because obviously the older you are, the more responsibilities you have financially. Maybe now we're also considering the fact that this person's a mum of 2, so they're gonna need some money, all right, while they're doing this course. It helps to know that as well. And even the trainees who were on the panel, they were talking about how they even felt a little bit too young, even though they started the course, I think when they were like, was it 24 or so? I'm guessing they started when they were around 24. They felt a little bit too young because when you're put on the placement, you're immediately expected to kind of do what a clinical psychologist does. Of course, you have tons of supervision. You get 30 minutes of supervision from a clinical psychologist with every placement you do. So that's 1.5 hours a week in total. However, it doesn't mean that they're going to ease you into it. You are thrown into the deep end. That's what I've heard a lot of trainees say, even in other events. You're thrown into it. You kind of learn on the job. You do, as a consequence, make a lot of mistakes as you go. Now, imagine you're a lot older, and being older equates with having more work experience and more life experience. You're actually more equipped for the situation that you're in. A lot of us want to rush, but we think about all of this like getting to the finish line is the only thing that matters. But after you get qualified, you then have to continue doing that job until you retire, right? For a very long time at least. There is no rush, and you are gonna have decades of life as a working person before you retire. So words of advice from the trainees through me as a relay station to you is your age can actually put you in an advantage. And I thought I might share that because I don't know who's watching my videos. Maybe you're a lot older than me. I'm 20, for example, and even I feel like that. I feel like I have to rush and I have to do this now, but honestly, girl, like who said that there's this particular age deadline for doing this? There is no deadline, like if you want, you can take however many years to get the work experience you need before you apply for the first time. There is no deadline, and that's completely fine. And with age comes your life experience, and your work experience is going to help you on the job and potentially even give you enough experience to get a place on the course more readily than someone much younger than you. So have a think about that. If you like today's short little clip, short little words of advice, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Guys, you don't know, YouTube gives me analytics. I know which of my viewers are subscribed and not, and most of my viewers are not subscribed. And that saddens my heart. It makes me sad, just subscribe. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm only going to be your friend. So do it. Subscribe. And then I'll see you again next week. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye.